Well, all the scars and all the lines on my face, they show the times I've abandoned my own life. Why? I can't breathe, I can't eat, so I just drink myself to sleep and embrace this morbid price. Maybe it's time to heal, maybe it's time to try, maybe it's time to deal with all the pieces in my life. Well, maybe I'll sober up, maybe before I die, maybe I'll finally deal with all the wreckage in my life. They turn to dust, soon enough they'll blow away. When I was young, I was dumb, but I was never strong enough. I wish I had the guts to say, maybe it's time to heal, maybe it's time to try. In my life, maybe I'll sober up, maybe before I die, maybe I'll finally deal with all the wreckage in my life. Maybe it's time. And this was self-inflicted. Yeah, I was on a mission to ruin everything in life. Now I'm so damn ready. Just take my hand, it's steady, and we will make it through the time.
Go ahead and share the stream with your friends. Text your buddies, tell them to get on Facebook Live now. All right. Hopefully you guys are there with us out in Facebook land, and we are incredibly grateful that you are joining us. And we are going to get this show on the road. So let me be the first to welcome you to the Cherokee Recovery Summit. My name is Troy Haas, and I'm the CEO of the Hope Quest Ministry Group, located right here in Cherokee County. But more importantly than that, I am a person in long-term recovery. For me, this means I've not used drugs or alcohol since November of 1986. almost 35 years. Today, I'm grateful to know that I'm not defined by my past. I'm not defined by my failures. I'm not defined by my behaviors. Instead, I'm a child of God. I'm a husband. I'm a father. I'm a friend. I'm a leader. I'm a counselor. And I am proud to be a member of the advisory board for the recovery organization of Cherokee County, better known as the ROCC, ROCC. And that's what we're here to talk about today. And we are so grateful that you're here with us. We've got some incredible guests with us today. We've got some incredible door prizes. We've got a 50-inch TV. We've got gift certificates for some great places to eat in Cherokee County. If you have not registered on Eventbrite, we need you to go ahead and go on Eventbrite. There's a link on the Facebook page. Someone maybe can throw a link in the comment section again, but you got to be registered on Eventbrite to win some of our door prizes. We'll be giving those out later in the event. But in the meantime, I just want to tell you guys that I passionately believe that behind every addiction, there is a story. And I know that freedom and hope are possible. Recovery is real. And my prayer for today's event is that you will get excited as we are, about recovery in Cherokee County. We need you. Together we are better. There is a place in the ROCC for you, whether you have 1 day in recovery or 40 years, whether you're the family member of someone in recovery or an ally to those in recovery, you belong here. Us together, we can recover. So again, as we move through our day, I want to just remind you guys, in fact, let me just read again, door prizes, 4K 50-inch flat screen TV, hyperbaric oxygen treatment, 40 sessions worth $3,000. I don't know what hyperbaric oxygen does, but I saw it yesterday and it looks really cool. So anyway, area rug from Nurasan in Calhoun, JD's Barbecue, Corner Bistro, Four Seasons Pottery, lots of great door prizes. So I just want to encourage you to hop over to Eventbrite and register so that you can win those door prizes as we give them out later. And then I need you to do me a huge favor. Share this stream with your friends on Facebook. Holler at someone right now via text. Tell them to jump on this stream, to join us for this event. And we are so excited to have you with us as we together talk about the Recovery Organization of Cherokee County. And when I think about the Recovery Organization of Cherokee County, remember, it's the ROCC, R-O-C-C. In fact, we've got a website. Our website is betherocc.org, betherocc, R-O-C-C.org. You can also go to CherokeeRecovers.org. And today, here we are on our Facebook page live with you, and we're so incredibly grateful that you're here with us today. Now, I need you to know that there's no other single entity that has been more instrumental and more supportive in the launching of the Recovery Organization of Cherokee County than the Georgia Council on Substance Abuse. They have been amazing, and Brian Kite and Emily Riblet in particular have shepherded us and supported us as a community. Their focus has been to help Cherokee County residents and Cherokee County resources come together to proclaim that recovery is possible. And so now it's my pleasure to welcome Brian Kite from the Georgia Council on Substance Abuse. And Brian, I'm going to turn it over to you. And as I turn it over to you, you're going to take us through the next exciting parts of our summit, introducing our speaker and then ultimately our panelists. And again, register on Eventbrite if you have it, because we've got some great prizes to come. Brian, thanks for being here. Thank you so much for all that you and Emily have done. We are grateful for you. And Brian, take it away.
Thanks, Troy. I'm excited to be here with all of you today to welcome and introduce this new upcoming RCO, the ROCC. As Troy said, my name is Brian Kite. I'm a person in long-term recovery. And for me, that means it's been over 5 years since I found it necessary to use any drugs or alcohol. Today, my recovery is more than just abstinence from drugs and alcohol. It enables me to live a happy and meaningful life. Most importantly for me, it enables me to be a father to my 6-year-old son, who is amazingly still asleep right now. And I get to show up and be in his life and be there for him, be the father that I knew that I wanted to be, but I didn't know that I could be. But recovery has given me that opportunity. It's also enabled me to be a better brother and uncle and son to my family, a better friend and member in my community. I'm active in my community in a multitude of different ways. I'm a member of my local church where I'm a part of the recovery ministry. And also, as Troy mentioned, I'm an employee for the Georgia Council on Substance Abuse, where I am the project coordinator for Recovery Community Organization Development. And I get to work with amazing communities around the state, like Cherokee County, and bring folks together to discuss recovery and make it possible for more people to recover. And there's a multitude of different ways that we can do that. And that's how we're coming together to bridge those gaps and allow people the opportunity to get and stay well. I have the pleasure to work for an amazing organization and an amazing leader in that organization. Neil Campbell, our executive director, has been the executive director for some time, a little over a decade now at our and she has done an amazing job of building up a peer workforce, an RCO network around the state. And she has just led the way for people like myself to have opportunities, not only to get well, but to thrive in recovery and to let other people have the possibility to do so also. And it's been a pleasure for the past almost 2 years now to work for her. And I'm gonna let her take over and share more about how recovery has made an impact in Georgia. Neil?
Thanks, Brian. Can everybody hear me okay? It's our first kind of test. Everybody, we good? You giving me the thumbs up or no?
I'll give you a thumbs up. I can hear you.
Oh, okay, cool. Hi, everybody. Thank you so much for having me. Thanks, Troy. Thank you for Cherokee County for doing this, for lifting recovery up and in the way that you are doing, and we're really pleased to be partnering with you over this last, gosh, it feels like a long time, but everything feels like a long time during this pandemic. Hi, good morning, everybody. The year was 1982. I had just graduated from Bowling Green State University with a degree in criminal justice corrections. And I went on vacation, as one does after you graduate from college. I went on vacation to Key West, Florida. And I was walking down Duval Street and I met a woman, started talking to her, and found out she worked for the Monroe County Sheriff's Office. And she heard degree in corrections, and she hired me on the spot to be a correctional officer in Monroe County, Florida. So from there, I went to the Law Enforcement Academy. So I became a certified correctional officer, certified law enforcement officer, became deputized, and that started my 25 plus years in the criminal justice system. And that is me in 1982. I know. This is me today. If you see me at the Capitol, you will see me with my mouth open, usually, and my hand in the air, yelling and screaming and trying to get more resources for people like me. I am a woman in long-term recovery. And what that means for me is that it has been, last month was 30 years since I've had my last drink or illegal drug. And I speak out about my recovery because I want everyone to have the opportunities that I've had to get and to stay well. And I can guarantee you, if it were not for my recovery, I would not be here today. And what I'd like to talk about just for the next few minutes to get us started today on this symposium, this virtual symposium from Cherokee County, is the impact that recovery has in communities, impact that it's had in my life. Because of my recovery, I'm a better mom, I'm a better spouse, I'm a better boss, I think, Brian. I don't know if he'd say that. I think I am. I'm a better coworker for sure. I'm a better person, and I'm most definitely a better grandmother. My grandsons, Calais, Julian, and August, are 8, 6, and 3, or 4. And I am a proud grandma, and one of the reasons I do what I do is because I want everybody to know that if my kids and my grandkids get sick the way I did, that there's going to be a community that can wrap around them and say, man, you can do this and you can get better. The job that I am so proud of, I mean, I loved being a correctional officer. I loved being a law enforcement officer for the short time I was. And I loved working in the system to try to make things better. But at the Georgia Council on Substance Abuse, this has been it's really not a job for me. It feels like an avocation. And our mission is to increase the impact of recovery in our communities through education, advocacy training, and peer recovery support services. And we are, for those of you who don't know, go back. For over 20 years, we've been a voice of recovery in Georgia. We provide advocacy training, education, and peer support services. We ensure that the peer voice, those of us who are in or seeking recovery, we assure that that voice is heard, and we believe that there should be nothing about us without us. 12 years ago, when I got this position, we had 1 employee, which was me, and now we have 35, all with lived recovery experience. And we've helped develop, we've gone from 1 community organization, which is us, a recovery community organization, to over 30 across the state. And we'd like for you to think of us as the Home Depot of recovery. You can do this, we can help. And that's what we've been doing in communities. Oops, sorry. So we are, this is our staff as of last December. Not everyone is there, but we are a diverse community of individuals in recovery, and we organize and mobilize communities and the peer workforce statewide. We just graduated yesterday our 40th cohort of peer support called CARES. Talk about that in just a second. But the way we see it, there are some major challenges for that individuals in communities face surrounding addiction and mental illness. And that's isolation, stigma, and extremely limited resources. And we support and advocate for the restoration and wellness of individuals, families, and communities. And around education, some of the stuff we do is in fact, the director of training and Brian and I last week just concluded working with Orange County, California, and how to build and sustain cultures of recovery. We also do training on the science of addiction and recovery to get an understanding that our brains play in this thing called substance use disorder. We talk about recovery messaging. You're going to hear some of that today. We also have a Recovery Month mini grant program. That says 2019, but we have in 2020, we actually have 24 individual activities that are going to be throughout the state of Georgia in the month of September, and we've actually extended it through October because we're in a pandemic and things are weird. And we also do Addiction Recovery Day at the Capitol. In terms of advocacy, we work on policy development, policies that are good for people who are seeking or in recovery. We will give training on how to speak to your legislators. We've done a huge stigma reduction campaign, and we are active on the national and local level at our state legislature and national and federal legislature. For those of you, if I could ask if you had a show of hands, how many of you saw our billboard project in end of 2018 and all through 2019? We were, the Department of Behavioral Health and Developmental Disabilities gave us some funding to do an anti-stigma campaign, and this is some of the beautiful people who were involved with that, where we had over 400 million views on billboards and MARTA stations and MARTA trains and buses over a 1.5-year period. We're really proud of this. You can go to our website, or you can go to georgiarecovers.org and see and hear these beautiful people talk about their recovery and what has helped them. What we're trying to do is show that, as Troy said earlier, that recovery is real, it's out there, and it's possible for everyone. And this is just one more billboard. We love Tatanisha. I don't know if she's on today, but it's a beautiful billboard of hers. She was all over the city of Atlanta. And then if you don't think that recovery can have an impact, here's more proof. This is about 1,200 people in recovery we had at the state capitol last January. We're going to invite you to come again this coming January if we're able to to do it in person. If not, we'll do it socially distanced, or we'll do it on a webinar. But we will have people coming, learning, talking to their legislators. We had the governor speak, various legislators, the Attorney General of Georgia. We invite all people who we know have an impact on what we do. And you may or may have not heard, we had a bill passed this past legislative session. It was just signed into law by Governor Kemp, that we will have a Georgia Recovers license plate available in the next few months. We're going to start a campaign where we have, you can actually ride around with your vehicle with a Recovery is Real Georgia Recovers license plate. If you don't get one, I'll come out and haunt you. You should have one. And so some of the training we do, CARES Academy, monthly webinars, all of these things that you can find out about on our website. The cornerstone of what we do is our CARES training. As I said before, we have 780-ish individuals in Georgia who have been trained on the CARES way and our peer recovery and recovery coaching training that we do that lasts for a week. All of this information about all of these things can be developed or can be seen on our website. So one of the things, let me move toward this, is talk about what Brian and Emily, as Troy said, Brian and Emily, who've been working with him, and their leader, their director, Gene Conroy, what they do is go out into the community. So we have this strong peer workforce, and we develop peer-led recovery organizations throughout the state. We help organize recovery conversations. We plan and host these things, these recovery symposiums, and we foster collaborative relationships so we can keep developing this and spread, sort of become a hub in a local community for recovery. We need communities to be recovery focused, and our team helps to do that. So we have listening sessions, we cultivate recovery champions, and I want to give a shout out to all of the folks in Cherokee County who are willing to stand up and say, hey, I'm in recovery and I want to help. That's not easy. There's huge stigma and discrimination still in our communities around addiction, but thank you for standing up and doing what you do. We have listening sessions. Our strength is the way we listen. We believe that everyone should have an opportunity to recover, and that we aren't out there to fix anybody. We're just out there to listen, that people don't want to be fixed. They just want to be heard. That we'll help plan these symposiums. They'll have the symposiums like today, and then afterwards help your community vision where you want to go with this, because each RCO is different. Each recovery community organization is different. We usually have these as weekend events, as you can see, Saturday morning. Yes, I could possibly be at my spin class, but I'm not. I'm here with y'all because I love y'all, and this is where the action is. We usually have it 4 hours or less. We have speakers who come who are from multiple pathways of recovery. Not everybody gets well the same way at the same time. We have local politicians. We actually had a symposium down in Southeast Georgia, and the sheriff admitted he was in recovery for, he didn't admit, he came out and said, I am in recovery. I've been in recovery for over 25 years. It was really amazing. So what we want to do is help build peer leadership in your communities and develop and enhance these relationships to grow our allies and to grow support for this thing called recovery in your communities. And then we see these beautiful organizations like Cherokee start to emerge, and this is what we've been able to do. So we're really proud of this. Let's see, we have Cherokee on here, Brian, or is it? We have to add more. We're always adding more to this. But we have from here these folks who have emerged. There are 16 of these who were funded in 2018 by the Georgia legislature, who actually get money from the state. So we're really proud of that, to be able to advocate, to have so many folks served. Oh, there it is, at the bottom. Perfect, thank you. We have 32 now. And these are just some pictures, beautiful pictures from all over when we could be together without a mask. I don't know about y'all, I get nervous when I see people without a mask on in here, but that was before we had this hit. But what I want to focus on just for 2 more seconds, and I'm going to wrap it up, is so we have all these folks getting together, We have people in communities speaking out about their recovery, and this is how many folks we are serving. This is our addiction recovery support centers, those 16 that I talked about that are funding. We are seeing thousands, literally 14,000 14,000 total services a month, which reflects about 4,000 individuals a month that are being served in Georgia in recovery community organizations. That's the impact of recovery. That's what I want to hammer home to you, that we are actually out there doing events and trainings and recovery support services, helping people stay well. Recovery is public safety. Recovery means that we have jobs, that we have something meaningful to do during the day. It means we have something to do, a date on Friday night. We have good things happening in our communities. That's what this is about, and that's why you're here today, to support this. So I'm just going to go past this because I don't have time. What we want you to know, too, is that if you are struggling and you need help and you want support, recovery support, one of the things that the council is doing now, we've had to pivot to these virtual meetings, is we have Spanish-speaking meetings twice a week. We have Tuesdays at 12 p.m. and 8:30 p.m. We're doing Spanish-speaking meetings. Thursdays at noon, we do an LGBTQ meeting, and twice a day, 7 days a week, 10 o'clock and 10 a.m. and 7 p.m., we have virtual all recovery meetings. We had 44 people, y'all, on a virtual all recovery meeting last night. I checked. We had 44 people signing in, getting support from their homes, getting, that's the impact that recovery is having. Not only, we actually had a bunch of people from Massachusetts signing on last night. So not only is the impact of your recovery being felt in Georgia, it's all over the country. So I just want to say we need to have the maximum impact. We need to keep talking about this. We had a gut punch earlier last year when our budgets were threatened, but y'all stepped up. Everybody around the state stepped up, made phone calls, got with our legislators, got that funding restored. But we don't want that to happen again. We want to say Cherokee County needs funding, and Bartow needs funding, and the immigrant and refugee communities need funding for this. It is a good way to show our impact of recovery as these recovery community organizations. This is impact that matters. This is your voices. This is us standing up and saying, I'm in recovery and I want to help. So I just want to thank you. Thank you, Troy. I'm looking forward to the rest of the morning. Hope I didn't take too much time. You can please connect with us, connect with me. There's my email. We're on Facebook. We're on InstaFace. We're on all of that. But I don't even know what to call it. InstaFace. We're on all of those platforms. Connect with us. Connect with the ROCC. And I am so glad to be here. Thank you, Troy. I'll turn it back to you.
Neil, thank you so much. And again, let me just say your organization has been so helpful. Brian and Emily have been amazing, and just thank you so much for the investment you've made in Cherokee County. And we here at Cherokee County are excited because we know that recovery is possible. And I need you right now to share this live stream with as many folks as you can. We're fixing to have a panel that Brian's going to lead us through, but I want you to share this live stream. I just got a note that we have an unannounced door prize. Chloe's Auto Repair has donated oil changes. If you have a car, you should be changing your oil. If you're not changing your oil regularly, your car probably won't last very long. So if you want to get these door prizes, we're going to actually give some door prizes away as soon as our panel's over. So get onto that Eventbrite link. We'll throw it back into the Facebook live comment section. Share the stream. And I'm going to turn it back over to Brian for our next exciting panel opportunity. Brian, take it away.
Awesome. Thank you, Troy. So as Troy mentioned, we're about to jump right into a panel. So you already got to hear from me. If you're just jumping on now and you didn't hear my introduction at the beginning, I'm a person that's in long-term recovery for over 5 years now. I'm also the project coordinator for RCO development at the Georgia Council on Substance Abuse. And we've got some amazing people that I've had the opportunity to get to hear from and be a part of the development of the ROCC. And they are on this panel today. And what this is, this panel of different people from different pathways. And so you're going to get to hear about their personal recovery through the lens of their pathway in recovery. And so we're going to get to know a little bit more about them first, and then we're going to ask them some questions in relation to their recovery and how they envision this making an impact in Cherokee County for the future. So without further ado, I'm going to allow them to introduce themselves one by one, and we can either go from left to right or right to left. It looks like Nadine's pointing at Tyrone, so he may be going first. Let's go ahead and kick it off. Tyrone?
Good morning, everybody. We want to thank everybody that's joined today. We thank you so much for your time this morning. My name is Daniel Tyrone Hawkins. You can call me Tyrone. I'm a person in long-term recovery. I've been clean from illegal substances since 2014 and free of alcohol since February 2019. Today, I serve as a youth leader and outreach coordinator at my church, Hope Church in Woodstock, Georgia, and I work at Hope Quest Ministries in Acworth, Georgia, as Director of Food Services. I'm currently working towards my certification as addiction counselor. My focus and passion is to assist in complete transformation for those individuals in active addiction by means of spiritual, mental, physical, and nutritional betterment. My heart is to love those around me through the love I have received from Christ and help as many people as possible with this precious new gift of a new life and a sober mind that seeks out serving my community in Cherokee County. Chris?
Hello, everyone. Welcome. Glad you're here. My name is Chris Elder. I'm a person in long-term recovery. What that means to me is October 1st, it will be 4 years since I found it necessary to use any alcohol or other substances. My path to recovery is a 12-step program. The basic premise is that people can help one another to achieve and maintain abstinence from substances of abuse. This can be done through meetings where we share our experiences with one another and support each other in ongoing effort. Working 12 steps, practicing spiritual principles, and through the mentorship of sponsors. Examples are Alcoholics Anonymous, Narcotics Anonymous, and many others. Recovery has allowed me to become a productive and responsible member of society, even becoming a registered voter for the first time. It allows me to be present in my family's lives. Being in recovery has maybe made it possible for me to hold the same job for 4 years. Through recovery, I'm able to give back to society through acts of service. It has helped me to help others as I help myself. Recovery has given me the gift of a life worth living. Recovery is real. Recovery is possible. It is the right of every individual. We do recover. Connection with others and recovery and the services available are vital, not only to the people in recovery and their family and loved ones, but to the communities in which they live. Thank you.
Hey guys, I'm April Zoki. I am too a person in long-term recovery of 11 years. I want to welcome you all as we celebrate recovery today. What my recovery means to me today is I have traded chasing meaningless highs, and now I'm chasing my goals and my dreams. I've tried several different pathways to recovery, but what seemed to work for me the most are my family and my faith. So without the support of my family and them believing in me, I would have never believed in myself. I love myself today, and I believe I can accomplish anything that I set my mind to. Today, I'm a devoted wife. I'm a loving daughter, mother, and grandmother they always knew I could be. They never gave up on me, and they made me believe in myself. I'm a supervisor at Nourishon Industries, where I've been employed for the last 10 years. I've completed all my classes to become an addiction counselor at Hope Dealers Worldwide, and I'm now doing my supervision with Tony Reynolds at Addiction Counselor USA. I also volunteer for peer support at Hope Dealers Worldwide for others seeking recovery. I'm I've learned a very, very valuable lesson in life, and that's if you want to be successful, you need to surround yourself with successful people. In doing so, I've had so many opportunities come my way, and now I'm proud to say that I am an executive board member of the ROCC. So I found out that service work is very rewarding and is also very contagious. I take pride in breaking the stigma that comes with addiction, and I no longer walk in shame and guilt. Today I walk in faith and glory. I'm so excited to offer help to my fellow peers and to help them find the resources and find the pathway that works best for them.
Amen. Cherokee Recovers, what's up, Cherokee County? Hey, my name is Seth Harris. I'm a person in long-term recovery. This October will be 4 years for me free of alcohol and drugs. What an amazing gift it is. I'm actually a Cherokee County native myself, and I got sober in Cherokee County through the DUI Accountability Court Program. I tell people that I feel like for me that they were able to kind of keep me safe from myself for long enough for a change to really take place. And that change was really reclaiming my identity in so many ways. I no longer had to be defined by, the things that I had done, the mistakes I had made, the life that I was living, and the problems that I had created. I found that I was no longer struggling to survive on my own, but I was actually able to thrive in community, right? Recovery has just made me, just a more loving son to my parents. I've been able to honor my fiance and walk with her on our journey together and share her story. With her, I've become, a better friend. And just an encouraging coworker. I have the ability to work here at Hope Quest and to walk with people daily to help them find what path is going to work for them, and determine what their story really is and help them to rewrite those chapters. I'm also CARE certified, so I'm a certified peer specialist for addictive disease. I do recovery coaching one-on-one with guys and help them, to just walk through the day and just listen to their stories and help them to realize that they have ability, they have potential within them, that they can, walk a path that is free and it exudes hope. I speak out about recovery because I've experienced, what people's potential can be when they're free of the things that are binding them. On my own journey, I've been able to see how awesome it is that folks can overcome the things that they've experienced, reclaim that potential that they have inside of them, and really experience that freedom and hope. Thank y'all so much for being a part of this. Nadine?
Awesome. Thank you, Seth. Hello, everyone. My name is Nadine Sorayas. I am the mother of a person that's been in long-term recovery for over 3 years now from severe opiate use disorder. I'm also a clinician and I'm an ally for those in recovery. For years, I believed that medication was a sign of weakness. So I left my son's ADD untreated, which later evolved into an opioid addiction. I carried that same belief about meds into treatment for his opiate addiction also, until I realized that medication-assisted treatment as prescribed is part of brain health, and is a pathway to a successful lifestyle of recovery that worked for him. Today gives me great joy and peace to see my son living a healthy lifestyle. He has a great fiance, a nice home and new car, holds a good job, and he pays taxes. Today, I choose to speak out to those who have a loved one struggling from substance use disorder. And I want to dispel the myth that says medication-assisted treatment is a crutch. It's a swapping one drug for another. But in fact, medication-assisted treatment can prevent overdose and can be a pathway to restore an entire life as it did for my son. As a mother, this gave me hope and peace. As a clinician, this gives me hope for my clients and their families that recovery is real and there is life after addiction. Now, personally, I also am a person in long-term recovery. What that means for me is that severe anxiety disorder has not controlled my life for more than 8 years. Exercising my faith and practicing yoga, along with an intentional focus on brain health, has been a pathway for me that has led to a successful and fulfilling life, experiencing a level of freedom unknown to me before. Today, it brings me great joy to devote my life in service to others in ways that deliver hope and to those who need encouragement in our community. Thank you.
Yay.
Awesome.
Rock it up.
Beautiful,
Rock it
beautiful.
up.
Guys, we've got a few questions for you. We don't have a ton of time, but we've got about 15 minutes and we're going to ask you a few different things. And y'all shared a little bit about what your pathway is, but we'd like to know, how did you personally enter into recovery? So if you could quickly, if we get like a 60-minute answer on boom, this little, I know it's a long story, I'm sure, and there's probably some of you decade of stuff that happened, but quickly summarize, if you can, how you entered recovery.
I actually entered recovery when I entered Cherokee County's finest bed and breakfast, Cherokee County Detention Center. I hit my rock bottom and I got to a breaking point where I knew I needed help. I knew I could do better, and I had to choose that I could believe in myself. And through a tight-knit community that spoke into my life, believed in me, and still accepted me when I fell down, and picked me right up, dusted me off, and said, keep going.
My journey began this time facing consequences of my substance use. Once again, I began to go to an outpatient treatment center and attend 12-step meetings, where I got hope from some other people at different levels of recovery. And I began to notice recovery working in other people's lives. And, you know, it gave me hope, and I began to desire that for my own life. So I asked some of these people, you know, how they did it, and they freely shared that with me.
I struggled for 18 years with addiction. I was incarcerated, found out my dad had stage 4 cancer, wrote the judge, begged, pleaded for mercy. He let me out to actually be my dad's caregiver. I made a vow I'd never take family for granted again, and I've never touched anything since. So just losing a family member and realizing that family means the most to me, I'll never take that for granted, and I just walk strong in my faith and just continue on.
Yeah, I pretty much alluded to mine when I was talking about the accountability court system here in Cherokee. I mean, accountability courts work. I'm a huge advocate of that kind of thing. It really just takes the willingness. But I mean, I had tried some other things before. I think I just finally was at the point where I was, you know, sick and tired of being sick and tired, and was willing to do what I needed to do to prevent more consequences. And then I just, like I said, I started just feeling whole again. So.
My recovery again was in mental health with severe anxiety disorder. And so what happened with me is it was a mix of faith and yoga, how I entered recovery. I was actually in a 110-degree Bikram yoga class trying to hold a pose for 90 seconds, and it felt like the most impossible storm in the world. And deep within me came my faith, where I just spoke out silently, Jesus is my calm in the midst of the storm. And that was just for me, but it got me through that pose, and it taught me about a surrender. And from that point forward, it was that very act of surrender that entered me into my recovery, and anxiety no longer had a control over me.
That's awesome. Yeah, 110 degrees doing yoga poses sounds impossible to me too.
Yeah.
Thank you, everyone. You know, I know that it was important for me to have people that supported me. It just sounded like all of you did as well when I entered recovery. We also want to know, so what would you say supports your recovery today? You know, you may have entered recovery one way, but I'm just curious has something changed, or what supports your recovery today? And then also kind of a follow-up to that, what motivates you to stay in recovery? So what supports your recovery today, and what motivates you to stay in recovery?
something that supports my recovery is actually using the terminology recovery. Before, I was just trying to stay sober and trying to stay away from dangerous situations. Now it's an active skill to say I am in recovery and I'm doing these things to keep in place my sobriety and keep in place my sanity. And something that just helps usher that along and continue in that is helping others, to be able to give what I was given so freely and just to give it away at any opportunity and help in any way, and see other people get peace of mind, see other people get freedom, just completely inspires me over and over and over again.
I would say the connections and to the people in recovery, to my support group, the meetings, my sponsor, the other people, you know, in recovery with me. They really motivate me to go further and identify, you know, what's going on in my life. And many of them have, you know, had similar situations. So that keeps me, you know, my belief in a power greater than myself. You know, I really want to, I can't stress that enough. Something bigger than me is in control. And that was a game changer for me. What motivates me to stay is, you know, I remember at the end, I remember wanting to die, being helpless, lost, you know, no will to live. And today, you know, having recovery has given me a life worth living, which I said earlier, but also being able to love myself and others is priceless. And I don't want to change that for anything.
Thank you for sharing that.
That's what's up.
Yeah. Today, what motivates me, I think personal growth is the biggest motivator for me, being the best that I can be. I love having a healthy balance, which is work, which is my stability, doing service work, which is another stability, but always trying to educate myself and to grow on a daily basis. Got to have fun in there. I love to camp. I love to go to the lake and ride boats. I love riding my Harley Davidson. I love playing with my animals. I love being with my family and my friends. So today I live a life out loud of recovery, and I think it's contagious and it spills out onto everybody.
Yeah, I would just say connection. I mean, just staying plugged in for me is huge. And I don't mean like, you know, find a bunch of people that listen to me. I mean, finding people that I can listen to, and remembering that I do not know it all. And the more that I can spend time having somebody else tell me their story, that's growth for me. And that reminds me of, you know, why we're here, why we do what we do, and the importance of recovery.
I'd say connecting with others, always staying connected in a small group, whether that's through your church or through whatever community your organization you're part of, staying in small groups, serving others, and also sticking to my brain health treatment plan that my doctor has me on.
That's great. I heard a lot of similarities in there. So I think we could all say that the opposite of addiction is
Connection.
Yeah, that's great. April, you alluded to this one. So here our next question is, what do you do for fun now that you're in recovery? That was a big concern for me when I was entering recovery. I was like, oh, I'm not going to have fun, but I know that's not been the case. And we'd love to hear from all of you. Maybe April shared a little bit there, but what do you do for fun now that you're in recovery?
I think a good question is, what do we not do? You have so much more freedom to do all sorts of activities when you're not worried about staying high and drunk. I love the garden. I love painting. I love writing, and I love any outdoor activity. I love to see nature at work. I love to grow things. I love to make hot sauce. I love to cook. So and if it's got to do with food, me and Seth are pretty the same in that arena. We're happy.
So I enjoy hanging out with other people in recovery. I enjoy going for walks, riding my bike, having game nights. Recently went to Florida for a vacation with 3 other people in recovery and had the best time I've ever had there. You know, and I'm a Florida native, so that's saying a lot. I had the best time, you know, just in recovery, just having a good time and sharing with others, you know, and just enjoying the world as it really is.
I'll touch a little bit again. I know I've touched on it a little bit before, but I actually have a passport now. So I've traveled to Europe twice. I've been blessed with an amazing husband that is from Hungary, so he loves to travel. So I've got to see a lot of the world, and now that I'm not spending my money on stupid things, I have money to do things. So, but I've touched base on things that I did, but traveling is a very beautiful thing that I get to do now.
Yeah, I've probably taken up more hobbies than I ever did before. I mean, just being in the yard, doing woodworking, just spending time reading and writing and that kind of thing. Just embracing that stuff that I was, too busy doing my addiction before to spend time with that kind of stuff.
So I have fun collecting smiles. I like to say I'm a professional smile collector. I love to travel all around the world. And I'll tell you, because I'm not crippled with anxiety anymore, I actually get to enjoy all the places and cultures and people around the world and collect smiles. And that's my focus. If I keep collecting smiles, you can't go wrong.
Everybody loves it.
Absolutely. Oh, that's great. April, yeah, I never thought that I would be able to have a passport or go anywhere else too. And it's been awesome to have recovery. Tyrone, also, I need some of that hot sauce soon, so I'm going to get back with you later about that.
Can do.
So next question we got here is, and we don't have a whole lot of time, but if any of you could answer this, it would be great. So if there was something that you think that would help better sustain your recovery, or maybe something that would have made it easier for you to enter into recovery, we'd love to know what that could have been.
Just a larger presence of a recovery community nearby, somewhere that was safe, somewhere I knew I could go and just be in recovery and be okay to be weak and lean on people that have been through the fire and come through the other side and just learn from their experience.
I would say, having some place where, where the services and supports are available, where you don't have to go digging for it like an Easter egg hunt, where it's out there, it's obtainable, and you can find it easily.
I personally believe there should be an RCL on every corner in Georgia. I mean, just honest, because when I was going through recovery and seeking recovery, there was no resources available whatsoever. I didn't have license for 10 years. I know that sounds like a mind-blowing thing, but got in trouble a couple times for driving. But I think transportation is a big key to people, because we lose our license and we don't have any way back and forth to report, to work, to all these things we've got to jump through. I know we did wrong, but it's just the things that make it impossible for us to recover. It's stumbling blocks. So yeah, just RCO on every corner and transportation and just support from people that are our fellow peers that have come before us.
I mean, I wish that stigma and shame wasn't what it is. I think that definitely, in my path, kind of blocked me for a lot of years of even saying there's something wrong with me. But then also learning that, my mentality about all that was kind of screwed up too. I'll kind of flip the question around on you though, because I firmly believe that I'm always exactly where I'm supposed to be. And so I wouldn't change anything. If I'm in a moment and I'm stuck, it probably means that there's something inside of me that I need to focus on. The issue is not with other people or with systems or things of that nature. But I will advocate all day long for change. But I do think the responsibility sticks with me and staying in the solution.
Absolutely, I agree.
Yeah.
Staying in the solution for sure. Connecting with others and feeling like I belong to a group is what definitely makes it easier for me to stay in recovery. Accepting that I'm a human with flaws and imperfections, and that it's healthy to ask others for help.
Wow, that was great. I think that we all kind of heard a little bit about what maybe even that you hope would come out of the symposium. That's the next question. I know that April said we want an RCO on every corner, and I think that the ROCC is really going to be able to all of these things that y'all all just talked about really happen for Cherokee County, and so I'm excited for that. If there was anything else, real quick to close out, what would you hope that would come out of this event today, moving forward?
Real quick. Momentum.
The community as a whole to see that recovery is possible and that recovery benefits not only the person in recovery, but the whole community.
That people start seeking recovery and they come to the ROCC to find the connections they need to recover.
Yeah, I mean, I just know what an amazing recovery community there is in this area, and it's just so exciting that we're actually creating a centralized place for all of that to happen. So to watch that grow is just going to be awesome.
My hope is that our community will be inspired into motivated action, that our community will be more aware of the resources available to them, and that our new RCO, the ROCC, will arise successfully to meet the specific needs of those in Cherokee County, and that people will find a safe, fun place at the ROCC to sustain a lifestyle of recovery and connection with others.
Awesome. Thank you so much, guys. That was great.
Thank you.
Rock it up.
So Nadine just talked about that, connecting people with resources here, and that's going to be coming up in just a moment. Troy is going to have a little something to say before we do that. Guys, thank you again to all a round of applause.
Thanks for having us.
Thank you.
All right, guys. Well, thank you guys so much. What an amazing panel.
job, y'all.
We're incredibly grateful for you guys and what y'all have shared with us today. What an exciting thing to be a part of. The Recovery Organization of Cherokee County, the ROCC. And one of the things the ROCC wants to do right now is give away some door prizes. So please share the live stream with your friends and register on Eventbrite. And I've got 2 winners. And we're not giving away the TV yet. We're not giving away the $3,000 hyperbaric oxygen chamber sessions yet, but we are giving away Chloe's Auto Repair free oil change, and that's going to go to Lance Dyer. Lance, you will get a note from Nadine telling you when and how you can pick up your door prize. And then our other one, a JD's Barbecue gift certificate, and that's going to go to a member of our audience, and that is Joshua Brumfield. Joshua, thanks for joining us today. Thanks for hanging out with us. And if you need some assistance at JD's Barbecue, I am available, and I would be happy to accompany you if I could be of service or help to you in any way possible. So we're just so incredibly grateful. You know, one of the things I'm most excited about for the ROCC is just to come together as a community. There are a lot of people in Cherokee County that are in recovery. There are a lot of amazing resources in Cherokee County. And to be able to come together and kind of have a hub where we all know we can meet, where we all know we can, hey, I have this question, hey, I have this need, hey, this is going on. It's just going to be such an opportunity, because we also know this. There are a ton of people in Cherokee County that need to be in recovery, that need the message of hope and freedom, that need to know that recovery is possible. And so thank you guys for joining us today. I want to encourage you to share the stream so that others can hear about these resources. And we're going to jump into our resources. We want to introduce you to really 30 of the most awesome people and organizations in Cherokee County. You are going to be so encouraged and surprised at how many people care about recovery, believe recovery is possible, want to be a part of the Recovery Organization of Cherokee County, the ROCC. And I'll just say, we're going to start with a personal hero of mine. This person has done a ton over the last 20 plus years for recovery in Cherokee County. You know her as Papa's Pantry, but she's got a new name that's far more exciting and far more encompassing of all the amazing stuff that she does. So we're going to kick it over to Lynn.
Hey everybody, I'm on the road heading out of town for a week or so, but no, welcome from the road. I'm somewhere near Macon at this point. We're heading out of town, but thank you, Troy, for that nice introduction. I am, Lynn Saunders, founder and executive director of Encompass Ministries, formerly known as Papa's Pantry. And for 22 years, we have been working with families to get on their feet, always trying to address the why behind the what. And the what has always seemed to be no groceries. And why? So we've been tackling employment and financial literacy. But several years ago, we expanded into training and taking these programs into recovery programs, working with men and women who are fighting for their recovery and striving to be where, you know, our panelists are today. And so we developed a myriad of life skills, you know, completely, you know, for those in recovery. And those topics range from effective communication, of boundaries, toxic relationships, teaching them how to grocery shop, health and nutrition, so many modules. And our heart has just grown over these years to respect and adore so many of the people in recovery that I have met, and what a bravery they show each and every day to make a new and better decision and make that change for themselves. So I am honored to be part of this. I've been praying about an RCO for a few years now. I talked to Nadine talked to people, and people started talking to people, and here we are today. So thank you for letting me introduce myself and being a part. God bless.
Lynn, thank you so much. Lynn got a little extra time because Lynn is actually a part of our executive board. And really, it was Lynn and Nadine a couple of years ago that began to dream about the possibility of an RCO here in Cherokee County. So Lynn, thank you so much for your investment in Cherokee County, your faithfulness to serve and help others. And we're going to kick it over now for a brief word from Pam.
Hi, so I'm Pam Brooks Crump, and I'm a person in long-term recovery, and I work for the Georgia Mental Health Consumer Network. And we work in collaboration with the Georgia Council, and I've been a part of this project to represent the mental health recovery. We, as an organization, certify people like myself who have mental health challenges or co-occurring disorder to work in recovery. There is value in lived experience. I get paid because I have this experience. We also certify returning citizens in our forensic certified peer specialist program. We also have 5 respite centers across the state where people can come to rest so that they don't have to go into crisis. It's a free 5 to 7 day place where you can stay, beautiful homes. We also have a warm line for mental health and co-occurring disorder. It's 365 days a year.
I'm going to say thank you so much to Pam, and I'm going to kick it over to Emily.
Hey, so my name is Emily Riblet. I'm a person in long-term recovery, and what that means for me is that it's been 5 years since I felt the need to use any mind or mood-altering substances to change the way I feel. The Georgia Council on Substance Abuse has the motto, "Nothing about us without us." It's not just a slogan, it's a way of life. We don't rely on our own lived experience when advocating for others. We talk to them and help them build their own voice and add to ours. We provide the skills for communities and individuals in recovery to build connections, lift up resources, and impact positive change. So we have several programs at the Georgia Council on Substance Abuse. You heard from our Executive Director, Neil Campbell, this morning. We offer recovery community organization development. We offer education, training, and advocacy efforts, as well as peer support services in the Northeast Georgia Community Connections program, where we have peer coaches in the emergency departments as well as the NICU, and we also have a CARES warm line, which we will put in the chat. It's available 365 days a year from 8:30 in the morning to 11 p.m. And I'll put the number in the chat. So thank you very much. If you have any questions.
Thank you very much. All right, Nadine.
Hi guys, Nadine Sorayas with Hope Dealers Worldwide. We're a 501c3 nonprofit organization in Cherokee County, and I hear an echo. Okay. All right. Well, guys, we offer counseling at a nonprofit level, so anyone is able to come and get addiction counseling. We also offer to others. We train them to become counselors. Okay, are we good? All right. We also train others to become counselors through our state-approved program, and we give scholarships to those who are in long-term recovery. We also have hyperbaric oxygen treatment as a therapy for detoxing and helping heal for a speedy recovery. Thank you, Nadine, with Hope Dealers Worldwide.
Awesome. Thanks, Nadine. We are going to go on to Chris.
Hello, everyone. My name is Chris. I'm here to provide some public information about Narcotics Anonymous. Our helpline number is 770-421-8881. You may call to hear menu options or text your zip code to the same number and receive a text of the 5 closest meetings to you, 7 days a week. Our website is mariettana.org. Our message is that any person can stop using substances, lose the desire to use, and find a new way to live. NA is a nonprofit fellowship of men and women for whom substances have become a major problem. We are persons in recovery who meet regularly to help each other stay clean. This is an abstinence-based program. There is only one requirement for membership: the desire to stop using. We do recover. Thank you and have a great day.
So we're going to go to Mike.
Hey, good morning, everybody. Thanks for letting me be here. I'm with the Cherokee County Homeless Veterans Program. I'm Deputy Director and also Chaplain. And we are a 4-member group that works with other veterans and concerned citizens trying to help veterans out here that are in need. We couldn't cover the whole world. We're just doing that because they're combat vets. We help with housing, emergency housing, toilet, clothing, connect with other people like the ones we're talking to today that are very great. We handle a lot of claims and trying to process them because the VA hospital basically right now is non-existent due to COVID. And we also, through Hope Dealers and a couple other things, I've been able to be honored to be able to do some of the reboot courses for decompression of PTS and anxiety and everything. And I found out most everybody has this regardless of your career path. So in that case, all I can say is it's great to be here. You can contact us at you can contact me at Cherokee County Homeless Veterans Program or Jim Lindemeyer. He's the director. My email is cchvp2. And you can reach me 24 hours a day at 770-878-2346. And God bless you. Thank us. We have a lot of issues to deal with because of the programs, the way the VA works. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mike. Appreciate that. We're going to go to Penny.
Hi, I am Penny Haynes of RPM Ministries, rpmministries.com. We just celebrated our 10th year of Celebrate Recovery at Ministry House in Canton. We meet on Tuesday nights at 6:30 for supper, 7 for large group, and 8 for share and step study groups. For 7 years, we've been offering worship services for people in recovery at 10:30 a.m. on Sundays at Ministry House, and we have a food pantry by appointment. I'm a CADC and a licensed pastoral counselor, so I offer individual and group counseling and classes at Ministry House. And lastly, we own Good Shepherd Recovery House for Men in Jasper, Georgia, a Thor approved and by September state licensed 12+ month recovery program for men with 2 customized transitional housing programs, one for people who are currently in outpatient programs and one for people who have relapsed after graduating. And we also have a
All right, Mike Carpenter, are you there?
I'm here. I'm Dr. Mike Carpenter with Drug Free Focus, which is part of the Cherokee Focus Collaborative. Our handle is at Drug Free Cherokee on both Facebook and Instagram. So the purpose of our organization is drug prevention for youth under 21 years of age, including focusing on alcohol, tobacco, vaping, marijuana, and prescription drugs, opioids. We have a coalition composed of 12 sectors that's implementing environmental and community level change strategies. Again, our handle is @Drug-Free Cherokee. Thank you very much.
Thanks so much, Dr. Carpenter. Tate, talk to us, buddy.
Hey, Troy. Thanks for having me today. My name is Tate Sams. I am a person in long-term recovery, and I work for Blue Ridge Mountain Recovery Center here in Cherokee County. We provide detox, residential, partial hospitalization, and intensive outpatient treatment for clients struggling with substance abuse. You know, some of our core values are empathy, safety, accountability, honesty, understanding, and commitment. And, you know, we believe that when given the right chance and the right atmosphere, people can do, people can and do recover from this tragic disease. And we do our best to, implement those values on a daily basis and really help people recover. It's where I got sober. So to be a part of this organization today is it's truly amazing. So thank you guys for allowing me to speak today.
Awesome. Thanks, Tate. And John Wallace.
Hey, my name is John Wallace, and I'm a field representative for your congressman if you live in Cherokee County, 11th Congressional District, Barry Loudermilk. And we do have caseworkers who work with veterans, and some veterans are in the VA recovery. And so if they're working in the VA system and having problems accessing it, then they can reach out to me, and I can put them in contact with one of our caseworkers so that they can get some help. Also, I'd like to, I'm a believer in Cherokee County's accountability courts, the 5 of them. I serve on one of them. I attend another one's graduation, and my wife serves on the board of another one. So it was my pleasure to invite some people that are going to be speaking to you pretty quickly. Chief Judge Keith Wood of the Cherokee Probate Court, Cherokee Solicitor General Todd Hayes, and Assistant District Attorney Will Hunter of Cherokee's Blue Ridge Judicial District. So thank you. I'm on the executive board here with Nadine and the ROC, and I just think this is a wonderful help for Cherokee County citizens. Thank you.
Thank you so much, John. How about Kendall?
Good morning. I'm Kendall Jones with Must Ministries. Must is able to serve people at all stages of recovery. If somebody comes to us who's hit rock bottom, homeless, and have burned bridges with family and other organizations, we can provide the basics of food, clothing, and emergency shelter, while our case manager tries to help them find the recovery program. And then once we find one, if needed, we can help get them there through transportation. They might also qualify for our permanent supportive housing program, which is for people who've been chronically homeless and have some type of verifiable disability or addiction issue. Once they reach their point in their recovery process where they can get a job, they can call our jobs hotline to find employment. And once they reach that point, thankfully, where they can exit the program and need a place of their own, our case manager can help them find a place to live and even refer them to our rapid rehousing program, which will pay all the upfront costs to get them into housing, and then pay up to 3 months worth of rent to help them get fully stabilized. So most of our resources are able to help people complete that journey from homeless and addicted to stable and sober. So it's our pleasure to serve. Kendall Jones with Must Ministries.
Thanks, Kendall. Sabrina.
Good morning, everyone. So, Dr. Sabrina Dorsey here, of founder and executive director of Lasting Health Impact. I'm a biochemist, a certified medical technologist, and a certified health coach. We provide services for the restoration of nutritional status for persons living in recovery. The process begins with assessment of the client's needs, and then we build a client-centered program or plan, and we'll measure the client's progress and make adjustments where necessary. And finally, we provide ongoing education and support. And our ideal client is anyone living in recovery. Our location is housed within the Hope Dealer Worldwide facility, and right next door to the new ROCC facility in Canton.
Thank you so much, Melissa.
Okay, Melissa Hunter, Restore Ministries. We are a family reunification program. We're in the early formation stages. What purpose we will serve is so that families can be reunited. Oftentimes in the certain programs, they can't have their children, and we want the families to be together and not become another statistic for adoption or foster care. So we will be looking at having 6, 12, and 18-month programs that will be an Earn While You Learn program to help forge the solid foundations, life skills, education, budgeting, and so forth that they will need to be successful. And then we will follow up with aftercare after they leave our program.
Awesome. Thank you so much. How about Andrea?
Hi, thanks for the opportunity to be here. My name is Andrea Brandt. I'm representing Restoration Counseling of Atlanta. We have offices in Woodstock and Roswell and in Buckhead. We also serve the entire state of Georgia through telemental health through our branch Restoration Counseling of Georgia. Our addiction recovery team treats clients who commit to abstinence, and basically we help them live happy and productive lives. We also recognize that many times addiction impacts the entire family, and the entire family impacts addiction. So because of that, about half of our clients are also spouses, parents, children, and adult children of alcoholics. I'll drop our contact details in the Facebook feed, and please stay in touch.
Thanks, Andrea. Appreciate you guys a bunch. Todd.
Good morning, and thank you for allowing me to be a part of today's summit. My name is Todd Hayes, and I've served as Cherokee County's elected Solicitor General since 2019. For more than a decade and a half, my office has helped fight addiction through our participation in several accountability court programs. My focus is going to be on the DUI court and the misdemeanor drug court. Both of those court programs are based on intensely supervised probation options that include group and individual counseling, drug and alcohol testing, community service, and the achievement of defined milestones along the road to recovery. The programs have enjoyed remarkable success over in both programs by enhancing public safety and by restoring defendants to sobriety and productivity. If you go to a graduation ceremony, you will see many testimonies from defendants who have completely rebuilt their lives as a result of their participation. Both organizations and the other accountability courts are subsidized by the Cherokee Friends of Recovery Foundation, which is a 501c3 that is always in need of financial support and in-kind donations. And you can learn more about them at www.cherokee4, that's Cherokee followed by FOR.com. And if you got any questions about our accountability court programs and how they fit into Cherokee's larger judicial system, I'll be happy to answer those questions later. And again, thank you for the invitation.
Thanks, Todd. Appreciate all that you guys do. Will, tell us more.
So my name is William Hunter. I'm an assistant district attorney here for Cherokee County. I've worked here for over 10 years. For about the last 4 years, I've been assigned to the accountability courts involving felony cases. That's the felony drug court program, the mental health court program, treatment accountability court, and then also the veteran treatment court. So we work with the agencies and team members involved in that to steer defendants, participants facing felony cases into those programs to get them on to recovery with the goal of getting them out of the criminal justice system so that they are productive in society and in our community.
All right. Thanks, Will. Appreciate that a bunch. And Judge Wood.
Good morning. Thank you all for allowing me to be here. My name is Keith Wood. I'm the probate court judge, but importantly for this today, I'm also the presiding judge of the Treatment Accountability Court, which is a mental health court program in Cherokee County. Just to talk really briefly about all the accountability courts, the best way to summarize accountability courts is the old system wasn't working. And what we've tried to do with accountability courts is we've tried to do something different. We've tried to use the justice system as a means to get people into recovery do something different with their lives. We do that through a team approach, working with all different offices, whether it's the prosecutors, defense attorneys, and other agencies like that. And we try to put people under increased supervision, give them goals to work for. And it's, to me, the most important part of this is saves money, but more importantly, it's a compassionate form of justice where you're trying to help people overcome obstacles with the help of the system. Thank you again for letting me be here.
Thanks so much, Judge Wood. Sean.
Hey, thank you. Thank you. My name is Sean Owen. I'm with Twin Lakes Recovery Center. We are a detox residential center located in Monroe, Georgia. We serve all of Georgia in the southeast. We also provide transportation to eliminate barriers to get people into treatment. We truly believe in improving the lives that we touch. We are a co-ed dual diagnosis residential program, substance abuse primary. We serve adults 18 and up. We have a very strong clinical program, and it really lines up with my morals and my beliefs, and I'm grateful to be a part of this great organization. So that's all I got.
Thanks, Sean. Appreciate it. Is Britt on? I don't see Britt. Is Britt here?
I'm speaking for Britt. Joseph Holcomb.
Go ahead.
Okay. I'm Joseph Holcomb. I'm the house coordinator for Vision Warriors Church. Vision Warriors is a nonprofit organization in Cherokee County. Vision Warriors provides a Christ-centered sober living facility for men. You can find out more about Vision Warriors on the website waron.org, waron.org. And I'm also speaking for Britt Paramore, who is absent, for Pathlight Counseling. Pathlight Counseling provides intensive outpatient services for teens and adults. Pathlight specializes in mental health and substance abuse issues. The website for Pathlight Counseling is counselingofgeorgia.com. Thank you very much.
Thanks, Joseph. Sheriff Reynolds.
There we go. I had to unmute it. Thank you for having me. I think everybody knows what I do. I have the largest bed and breakfast in Cherokee County. One thing I tell our deputies every time we hire a new deputy, I tell them, look, we have a lot of folks in our jail, and the vast majority are good folks who've made a mistake or a series of mistakes. Our job is not to judge that. One of the things that I've been happy to see since becoming your sheriff is the fact that we have a collaborative effort. People call us when they're in a moment of crisis and want us to fix their problems. And we've said all along we cannot arrest ourselves out of this. I'm happy that we have our accountability courts, we have the resources available, we have the participation from our businesses and our community leaders to fight addiction. And I'm just really proud of Nadine and everybody here on this panel and everything that you offer. And if I can ever be of assistance, please let me know. And you can reach me on our website.
Sheriff Reynolds, thank you so much. So incredibly grateful for what you do. All right, let's go to Asia. I know I saw Asia earlier.
Hi, this is Asha Walker with Goodwill of North Georgia. At Goodwill, we help with assistance with employment. So you can come in and get help with redoing your resume. We also host job fairs, things of that nature. We also have skills training programs where we'll train you in a skill such as welding, logistics, or forklift. And once you complete that class and you get your certifications, we also help with employment once you finish. So if anybody ever needs any assistance with employment, Goodwill is the place to go.
Thank you so much. Anna.
Hi, I'm Anna Fortune, the Director of Substance Use Services at Georgia Hope. Georgia Hope is a substance abuse and mental health counseling organization. We serve 27 counties in Georgia and recently expanding through the entire state with telemental health. We believe that recovery is possible for all and utilize evidence-based practices and individual recovery plans. We offer a wide array of services, including psychiatric and nursing care, individual, family, and group counseling by certified professionals. We partner with various juvenile and adult accountability courts, schools, and the Department of Family and Children's Services to provide services for individuals and strengthen communities. And I'll be putting our information in the chat box, and we hope to connect with you. Thank you.
Thanks so much, Anna. Ariel, I know I saw you. There you are.
Hi, my name is Ariel Brooks, and I teach art with Hope Dealers. Now we're going to be teaching weekly art lessons for free at the ROCC Center next door. It's no coincidence that creatives, people that kind of are used to seeing the world in a weird way, often go hand in hand with substance abuse disorders. I know that was my experience. So tapping into art and creativity was a way to kind of embrace that weirdness and express it in a healthier way. And that's what I like to do with others. So if you are a creative or looking for a community, definitely come check us out. We're meeting, I'm gonna put an Eventbrite link in the comments so that you can sign up on Eventbrite next week. We'll be painting a Zen garden, and it's gonna be really fun. The new ROCC is gorgeous. Everything is free, supplies, canvas. We'd love to have more people join us.
Awesome, thanks, Ariel. What about Suzanne?
I'm here.
Hey, Suzanne, I see you.
Hey, good morning. My name is Suzanne Martin, and I lead a women's addiction recovery group called Warriors Rising Recovery. Warriors Rising meets the second and fourth Saturday evenings of the month at 6 p.m. at Five Stones Church in Canton. At Warriors Rising, we strive to provide a people, a place, and a purpose for women in recovery. Our goal is to create a culture where you can feel free to be known, not just anonymous, where you can feel included and not isolated. You can find us on Facebook at Warriors Rising Recovery, or our website, warriorsrising.org, or you can call me at 770-710-8564. I'll put our information in the chat box. I also have a women's recovery home in Canton area, and I do have a room available right now for any women that need a great place to live and transition in their recovery. Come hang out with us soon and learn how to live like a warrior.
Awesome, thanks, Suzanne. Sonia, I see you over there. Have you talked yet?
I'm always talking somewhere, you know me. I love to talk about Cherokee Focus in our drug-free Cherokee program. Cherokee Focus, many people don't know, is a member of the Georgia Family Connection statewide network. And it's a one-of-a-kind network built on the philosophy that we can do more together than we can do alone. And so that's what Cherokee Focus does, is bring business people, agencies, organizations together to see what we can do. And one of the things we did was drug-free Cherokee. And like we like to say at Cherokee Focus, we're people, we're partnerships, and we're possibilities. And that's what I've seen in the planning. And I was so excited that Nadine got me in on some of the planning for the ROCC. The people that came, I cannot tell you what an inspiration it has been to me, the stories, and I will always take them with me. And our job at Cherokee Focus is to support you, to bring any skills, expertise, resources that we have in the community together to support you along your journey at the beginning of the ROCC, the journey of the ROCC, and this continued success of the ROCC. And I know it's going to be fantastic. So hit up our website at CherokeeFocus.org or drugfreecherokee.org. And again, hopefully we'll get some resources up and we can learn more about that. And that's a way that we can plug in and help.
Awesome. Thanks, Sonia. So grateful for you. Emily Woodfin, are you there?
I'm here. Hey, can everybody hear me?
Loud and clear.
Okay, so just thank you to everybody for coming out and joining us today. My name is Emily Woodfin, and I'm the Director of Admissions for HopeQuest. We provide treatment for men aged 18 and older who are struggling with drug, alcohol, and sexual addiction. At HopeQuest, we offer all levels of care, from evaluations and individual outpatient sessions to our intensive outpatient program and a 12-week residential program. We're a Christ-centered, fully clinical program with master's level or higher fully licensed staff. We are hidden on just under 20 beautiful acres in southern Cherokee County, and this year we're celebrating 20 years of helping families who've been impacted by addiction. And please don't hesitate to reach out to us with any treatment needs or questions. We are happy to help. We've remained open throughout the entire pandemic and are continuing with new admissions, with new COVID protocols in place, of course. We'd be happy to help with any needs that you may have. Again, thank you so much for coming out, and please don't hesitate to reach out. Thank you.
Awesome. Thanks, Emily. A personal note, Emily is the most awesome director of admissions we've ever had at HopeQuest, and we are so incredibly grateful for her and Seth. And now we're going to kick it over to Willie.
Hey, everybody. How you doing? My name is Willie Myers. Let me see if I can open my screen up here for you. Here. There we go. How's everybody doing? Outstanding. Awesome. There we go. All right. So listen, my name is Willie Myers, still on the board of directors for Hope Dealers Worldwide. I want to thank each and every one of you for being on this call. I want to reach out and thank you for making the decision to do what you're doing. And I want to come to you as a different way. I'm an ally, if you will. But I'm coming to you from a different direction. I served 34 years as a paramedic. With that being said, I've seen a lot of families who have suffered from substance abuse, because I'm usually the first one in the door that's, that the family's either called or someone who's dealing with this type of incident has dealt with. So that was one of the most frustrating things that I saw throughout my career, was that it was more like a revolving aspect. I was picking someone up, dropping them off, and that was that, and that was it. But because of programs like this, because of the opportunities that now exist, we can create a level of education that we can teach other first responders how to assist further. In Cherokee County, there were last year, there was over 18,000 calls for EMS. 32% of those, roughly almost 6,000, were those that are involving substance abuse. So you see that there's a need. So as long as we continue the training and we're able to adapt to what's going on, we can be better used as a resource for those that are dealing in substance abuse. Thank you very much.
Willie, thank you so much. Grateful for you. And last, but in no way, shape, or form least, we have saved the best for last. And so take it away, members of the board from the ROCC.
Hi, everybody. My name is Mary Rogers, and I'm here representing the ROCC. The ROCC offers a safe place for those seeking recovery and seeking to maintain a lifestyle of recovery, to meet with peer support coaches and attend a variety of different programs.
Hey guys, I'm April Zoki, and I'm also representing the ROCC today. The programs are going to include art expression, support groups of multiple pathways, employment and job skill training, and much more. We want to offer a safe and sober environment where people can meet with their peers and they can connect with recovery sources available in Cherokee County. We want you to know that you're not alone, and we eventually hope to have recovery outings such as camping, zip lining, just anything to incorporate fun back into everyone's life. So we just know recovery is real and it's happening in Cherokee.
Yeah, Seth Harris here again. I just want to reiterate something that you probably heard a couple times, and that is nothing about us without us. And this is Cherokee's recovery organization. This will be something that is for the Cherokee community, but by the Cherokee community. So if you want to be a part of what we're doing, please reach out. We want to incorporate as many people as we can into our programming, into the activities, into the community things that we're providing. Go to the Facebook page, go to our website, find a way to connect with us. We are just so excited that everyone has showed up today. We're excited about the opportunity to pull all of us together in a way that will really, really make an impact on what's going on in our area. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Awesome. Thank you, guys. And again, we just couldn't say this more clearly, and we couldn't say it enough. We need you. The ROCC is a community organization. It is not any one organization. It is not any one person. It's not even the board of directors. It is a community organization. It is for Cherokee County. It is by Cherokee County. And we can be better. We are better together. So let me encourage you, please, please, please continue to support the ROCC. And we're going to talk to you in a few moments about how you can do that. But don't forget, we've got some amazing door prizes to give away here in just a few minutes. But we also have time for some questions. So if you've got a specific question that you'd like to see answered, if you would type that into the comment box on Facebook Live. I've got one question that's already come in, and that is, what about family members and allies of recovery? What is the ROCC going to have available, and what other resources are out there available specifically for family members and allies of the ROCC, or of people struggling with substance use disorder?
That's a great question, and I can go ahead and take that one. Nadine with Hope Dealers Worldwide, president of the executive board of the ROCC, and what we would like to be offering very soon is family members of loved ones, a support group. Much like Al-Anon, we can even have an Al-Anon there if somebody wants to have that. It's whatever the community wants to bring to there. But me as a mother of a person who is in long-term recovery, absolutely a parental or loved one support group will be happening at the ROCC.
Awesome, thank you very much. Another question that's just come in, and that is, what resources are available for folks that really, let's just put it this way, what free or low cost services are available for people impacted by substance use disorder, and who would like to take that question? Anyone have an answer for that?
Lynn.
Yeah, absolutely, Lynn.
When you ask for free resources, are you talking about like food assistance, clothing? Because I mean, we do food assistance. I know Kendall through MUST does housing and some clothing. What types of resources do you think?
Awesome. So what I hear you saying is Encompass has both food resources, and MUST has housing and clothing resources. What about, are there any addiction recovery treatment options that are free or low cost?
So, you know, and I don't want to keep taking the answers here, but I can let you know, at Hope Dealers Worldwide, we are a nonprofit. We do addiction counseling on donation basis only. We actually offer hyperbaric oxygen treatment for a speedy recovery on donation basis only. Any type of help that you will need clinically that we can offer as addiction counselors and therapists, we do offer that. As far as the ROCC goes, every single thing at the ROCC will be free. And you can find all your resources there at the ROCC also.
And this is Anna with Georgia Hope. I'd also like to add that at Georgia Hope, we do treat individuals that have Medicaid or the Medicaid CMOs. We do have very affordable self-pay rates, and in several of our counties, we also serve uninsured adults for free.
And if I can go ahead,
can I go ahead? Make sure and put your link, Anna, in the chat. That would be super helpful.
I put our website, but I'll enter it again because I don't think it showed up as a link, so I'll do that.
Awesome.
May I also add to that?
Yes.
What we do is, of course, just like all the other groups with the recovery groups, but we also do group counseling for $25 for 2 hours worth of a session, and that's at Ministry House.
Awesome. Thank you, Penny, very much.
This is Pam. I have an answer also to that. Georgia Mental Health Consumer Network's respite centers are completely free, and we give you $75 for the week for food. And so it's 5 to 7 days that you can come and rest. We have support groups if you want, but it is totally you choose. It's person-centered, you decide. We also have computers. We have 24-hour staff there, but it's all completely free.
Awesome. Thanks, Pam. I have another question from Lance asking about what materials, educational materials, are available for youth and young adults. So anyone know of any good, excellent educational materials for youth and young adults facing these issues?
I will say that the art expression classes are really great for teenagers. I love working with teenagers, and we have a really young crowd that comes pretty often. So just for socialization and then again, learning healthy expression outlets, definitely send them to art.
Awesome. Anybody else have an answer for Lance's question? Yes, Mike, yes.
The resources that come to me a lot are not a local resource, but they're national resources, and the ones for youth that you're missing would be SAMHSA, SAMHSA, SAMHSA and CADCA have great resources. I will put that in the box too, that people can look at that. And again, if you go to the CADCA or SAMHSA websites, they have lots of resources for youth and teens.
Very much. Other questions, looking at our chat? While we're waiting for a couple of other questions to come in, let me just remind you, in just a few minutes, we're going to give away some door prizes, including a 50-inch television. So hang in there with us for just a little bit longer. Let me also just take a few moments as we're finalizing any last questions, just to say one of the ways that you can be incredibly helpful to the ROCC is to go onto Facebook or Instagram and like our pages on Facebook and Instagram, share our pages on Facebook or Instagram. You'll be able to go to Facebook, and this video, this live video that we've been experiencing today will be available, and you can share this meeting. You can share this summit with your friends, with others that would care, with folks that you'd like to know more about what we talked about and more about the ROCC. So go on social media, in particular Facebook and Instagram, and like and share as much as you possibly can, because that would be a very significant help for us here at the ROCC. In addition, if you could just share our website, which is betherocc.org, BETHEROCC, betherocc.org, or CherokeeRecovers.org. Both of those will land you at the same spot. And our hope is that our website will become a hub for resources and help available here in Cherokee County. Another thing that you need to be aware of is that be on the lookout for emails and messages on social media about the ROCC space. We actually have space for the ROCC in Canton. You'll be hearing more about that. It's an incredible space that kind of just the opportunities and the possibilities are so exciting. We're going to need your help furnishing that. We're going to need some construction help building that out. We're going to need some donations, and we're going to talk about that here in just a second. So let me look and see if we've got any more questions. Let me ask this question for the ROCC folks. This is a question for ROCC folks. What is available right now? Is there anything available yet other than, I heard Ariel mention art class. Ariel, again, tell us when the art class is, and what else is going to be available immediately at the ROCC location?
So I could probably help answer that. What's available immediately is every Sunday we do have our expression classes. We do have NA that meets on Mondays and Fridays. We very soon, in the next 2 weeks, yoga for recovery will be starting. And we do have food pantry services that we partner with Encompass Ministries. So we have like a hunger bag. If anyone needs immediate emergency food, we give it to them, and then they can go get more resources at Encompass Ministries. And we will be adding, we do have peer support coaches that are available. So definitely contact us. We'll have our grand opening in October, but we're trying to get everything set up now. So go to betherocc.org and make a donation if you can, so that we can keep this, get up and running.
Also, I want to add too, this is Lynn Saunders from Encompass. We have ongoing employment services, helping people get jobs. We have not stopped that through the pandemic. It's all being done on Zoom but it's all very customized and personal. So the coaching and everything. So all people need to do is give us a call there. That telephone number is 591-4707. Again, that is 770-591-4707. And all they need to do is ask to talk to Faith, who is our coach, and their help to get started immediately with resume building, interview skills, everything it takes to get a job, and then we can work with their budget. And that's open for anybody, but we've been doing that with people in recovery too, with great results.
Awesome. Thank you very much. Mike, were you going to say something?
Yes, I've been working with Nadine. We're going to be setting up soon doing some reboot courses, which is a faith-based program that's not real preachy, but it takes you through what goes on with post-traumatic stress. And the problem is there's multiple courses in this. There's one for first responders, there's one for law enforcement, there's healthcare workers. There are other people that right now are being affected by COVID even. The stress there. So we're getting these courses will be coming up. Some will be on at the ROCC facility and some will be off course, but they're all confidential. And it's based on anonymity, and what goes on there stays there. But it's been proven to do well. Okay, and this is a national thing that goes on. So just wanted to make that available.
Awesome. Thank you very much. Appreciate that, Mike. All right. Well, let me say one real important thing, and then we're going to start giving away free stuff. Cool. Because giving away free stuff is a lot of fun to do. So let me just look at you and share my heart with you. This organization is for Cherokee County. Again, as I mentioned, there's not a single person or a single organization that is leading this effort. We are all, as Cherokee County residents who care about recovery and believe recovery is possible, we are all coming together for the sake of Cherokee County as a whole, because we know there are countless people that are impacted by addiction, and they are in our county, and we want to walk with them. We want to be a hub of resources for them. And we want to help them see that recovery is possible, and there is a path that has great hope and great help. And so you can help us not only by sharing and liking our social media and website presence, but you can also donate. The paperwork has already been filed for our 501c3 status. So everything that you give to the ROCC is tax deductible, and 100% will go towards getting things launched, getting our space built out, getting everything ready to roll. And so if you would go to the website, BeTheRock.org or CherokeeRecovers.org, if you would go to that website and scroll down just a touch, you'll see a donate button where you can go on there and you can donate now to help the ROCC. And we absolutely covet your help in this fashion. And you know what? It doesn't need to be, if you've got $10,000, please, by all means, drop it in there. But if all you can give is $10, or all you can give is $5, or all you can give is $1, I promise you this, every single bit helps. So whether it's $1, $100, $1,000, or $10,000, every single bit is needed and helpful towards the mission of the ROCC. And it is our mission here in Cherokee County that we all share. And so I'm just humbly asking you on behalf of the people who have been praying and working and meeting. There have been a group of people that have literally been meeting every week for the last close to a year to plan this summit. We had hoped to be together in person, but because of the pandemic, we're doing this virtually. But even during the pandemic, this group of people have been meeting together and praying and brainstorming and talking and working together towards launching the ROCC. So you can help us by making a donation. So donate now. Go to that website. In fact, let me just do this real fast. If y'all could bear with me, I want to do something. So looky right here. Hopefully you guys can see right there, donate now, big button. You see that? Donate now. You go to betherock.org. See that right there? betherock.org. Scroll down slightly. Donate now. If you could do that, that would be an incredibly helpful thing to get this organization launched and to get us rolling along. And so without further ado, we have some prizes that we want to give away. And so let me see here. Let's give away a rug. How about Lisa Berries? Is Lisa still around?
People who joined a little bit later, are they still?
Lisa's here.
Lisa's there. We got her. Congratulations.
On beautiful rugs. So Lisa, congratulations. You'll hear from Nadine about how to get that. What about Emily Miller? Is Emily Miller still here? Emily's here. So Emily, you get a butterfly statue. It's really, really pretty. Tyrone's kind of jealous that you're going to get it and he's not. But Emily gets our statue. Thanks, Emily. All right. Let's see. What about Catherine Ann Ballou? Is Catherine still here? What about Takoya Garrett? Is Takoya Garrett on here? There's Takoya. Takoya, you've got a book set from Hope Dealers Worldwide, including a Starbucks gift card. So Nadine will get you info on how to get that prize. All right, what about, is Dawson Crow still on? Is Dawson still around? All right, Penny Haynes, you're still here, right, Penny?
Yes, I am.
All right, well, how about a Chloe's Auto Repair oil change?
Dear God, we need that for our Good Shepherd van, so thank you very much.
That's what I thought, so awesome, very good.
Thank you.
Wendell Fields. Is Wendell still on here? Is Wendell still around? Hey, there's Dawson. Hey, Dawson, you win hyperbaric oxygen, dude. Congratulations. Okay, Wendell, I've got you a gift certificate for Riverstone Corner Bistro. Riverstone Corner Bistro for Wendell. Jeremiah Hafner, are you still on here? Jeremiah, are you still here? All right. Hey, Melissa Pena, are you in Cherokee County? I think that's everything I was supposed to give away except for a television. And let me see. Hey, here's what I need to see. Who really needs a TV? You need to comment in the thing if you really need a TV.
I could honestly say that I could use one. My daughter we're being reunited soon, and I'm getting her bedroom set up.
Anybody else? Wendell needs a TV. Who else? Come on, tell me who needs a TV. Melissa speaking up. Wendell speaking up. Lisa needs a TV. Who else needs a TV? Ariel's voting for Melissa. Darlene needs a TV. Nicole's speakers are blown. All right, I got another vote for Melissa. All right, well, we're going to do our TV. Let me just, I've got my names out here. I've got 3 names. I'm going to go magic. Pick one. And it is Melissa. So, Melissa, congratulations. You got the TV. I think that is all of our prizes.
Is awesome. Thank you so much.
Absolutely, absolutely. So let me just kind of bring us to a close here with again, this is your organization, Cherokee County. This is your opportunity to do something to help others. This is your opportunity to get help if you need it. We are for anyone who's interested in recovery or cares about recovery, and we want you to know recovery is possible. So like and share on Facebook and Instagram. This video will be available on Facebook. Go to this video and share it with your friends and say, I participated in this amazing summit. The MC was absolutely incredible. And so I want you to just look and see the incredible information that was here. So please, please, please share this video off of Facebook with your friends and with your family. Let's get the word out that the ROCC is here. The ROCC is open for business. The ROCC is shouting, recovery is possible. Recovery works. And then also, let me just, again, a final word to say, go to our website, BeTheRock.org, BeTheRock, ROCC.org, and donate. If you would donate now, that would be an incredible blessing to us. There would be an incredible help to us. You can just simply go to the website. You see the Donate Now button. It was there. It went away. Now it's there again. So please go to our website, whether it's $1, whether it's $1,000, everything you give will be an incredible help to us. So thank you very much. Nadine, anything else that you need to share with us, Nadine, before I bring us to a close?
We want to thank everyone so much for participating in this virtual summit. It's really difficult during COVID to do things like this live. So thank you for your patience with us as we did this. Just like Troy said, it will be available on the ROCC Facebook page. Constantly, we'll have this on there. To claim your prize, make sure you send a text to 678-772-1523. April put it in the comment section of the Facebook comments on the Facebook Live. So make sure you text that number so that we can tell you how to get your prize. Thank you guys so much. We hope to see you soon at the ROCC.
So guys, thank y'all very, very much. We really are humbled that you hung out with us today. And just know we are here. Together, we're better. Together, we recover. Please come visit us on the website. Please come visit us on Facebook. Please come visit us at the actual ROCC in Canton. That address will be available on the website as well. It will be available on Facebook as well. So thanks again. We're grateful for you, and have a great rest of your day today.